What is up, y'all? Dave again here, trying to make some money like always. We are in this draft right now. We are pick 9 here. So we're gonna move up Jonathan Taylor up. Again, we try to queue them up, make sure we get our pick right. We are a-okay taking Jonathan Taylor here. Um, yep, we prefer mobile cook for sure. So let me open up this screen to look at the draft board pretty good. So here I'm at pick 9, towards like after 7. I do like taking double hero RB or taking double hero RB with my pick 1 and 2. And I'll show my contest. I'll show this contest right now after I do my pick 16. At pick 16, right? So this is after the first day. I know this isn't technically week 1, but this is the first day of multiple preseason games. And so we kind of want to talk about it. There are some guys that I'm moving down my ranks. There's some guys I am moving up my ranks. Um, just from what I saw, little clips, little things that I saw here and there. And so then we'll explain it right now. Genty goes, I do like this 1 and 2 with this guy at 12. So we'll see who makes it to us. Again, I am liking Omari and Hampton here. And I am okay taking him. I do like him over Kenneth Walker. I know Kenneth Walker is more than likely ahead of Omari and Hampton for most people, but I do like Hampton better. So did Achan go already? Yeah, Achan went. So geez, Achan is going up a little bit. Um, I don't know. So okay, let's see here. So let me Malik Neighbors goes. Geez, that's pretty early, but pretty good with this 1-2 at wide receiver. This guy at 6. Um, so let's explain this contest. It's this Pitbull 2. Again, I've explained it. I do like getting into this one. And just because you have more of a chance to get into the final as compared to like this Puppy 3. I know it's just a $5 one, but like how many entrants there are? It's a quarter million, right? You dropped in with 12, then you would go up against 10 and then 5. And with this one that we're in right now, obviously we're drafting with 12 or 11 other guys, 12 team total. And the top 2 scoring are going to advance after week 14. And then you go up against 5 other people. If you're top scoring, then you advance and you go up against 4 other people. And then you would advance to the 156 seat final, where you have a chance to make in 100,000. So not bad from 20. You know what I mean? So again, we're gonna try to win that 100,000. If not, we are a-okay with the 50,000 or the 25,000. I mean, you're in 10th place and you're still making 5-digit price, right? A 5-digit dollar price. So not pretty bad. So again, with this one, half PPR, pretty much same format as like these best balls: 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, 1 tight end, 10 bench spots. So 3 wide receivers. Obviously, you don't want to fall too behind on wide receiver. And so let's kind of queue up some wide receivers here because I did go back to back running backs. So that is the plan here. Nico Collins goes at pick 28. So um, this team with 3 wide receivers already through the first 3 rounds. And then this team is actually looking pretty interesting here. It has Jamar Chase, Pickens, and Javante. Ekbuka goes, so that's so hoping he make it to me at 33. He did injure his toe in practice, I believe, and so I would have thought he probably would have fallen a little bit, but seems like he's still going in the same range as before the injury. Zay Flower goes at pick 30. This guy too with the unique start with Amon Ra and Neighbors. He takes Zay Flowers, which is okay. I'm not a big Zay Flower fan. So let's see what this guy takes. Rishi Rice. So we're gonna take Chris Olave here. We're fine with it. Um, yeah, I'm okay. You could have possibly taken Kyron Williams and just have the freaking anchor RBs and kind of be done. They all have a different buy, so that would have been great. But again, I don't want to fall behind on wide receiver, especially if you require to start three for sure, right? So let me queue up some other wide receivers that I like here. I'm not gonna. I've been passing so much on Garrett Wilson. I want to bring up some of these wide receivers down here. I might just do another running back. Let's see who makes it to me. Hopefully Tedero, but it's happened. He always goes before our pick, so. And again, I know I was going to talk a little bit about the preseason games, but from what I saw, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me get my pick really quick. Let me see who this guy takes. I'm assuming he's going to take a wide receiver. He already has two RBs. He goes with Garrett Wilson, so we're going to take Tat. I like him over Waddle. I know. I mean, you could argue Jalen Waddle's in a better offense. Yes, he may give you more points, but I just like Tet more. So I'm thinking that Tet might give me more points. So why not, right? Why not go with the guy that you think is going to do well? So pretty great start, right? Have two RBs, two anchor RBs, and going with that double hero RB. And I am trying to catch up on wide receivers with two of the guys that are starters and the wide receiver one in their teams. So again, I know I was gonna talk about the preseason games, but there's no guys here that have been that like played right. So I kind of want to get to the guys and talk about it rather than talking about it now and then having to repeat myself, or just talking about it now. But let's see if we can possibly see some of this. Yeah, this was to me the most interesting thing that I saw today. Carnell Tate got 0 catches. Um, though he just didn't get 3 targets, but compared to Wandale Robinson, he just like I don't know, man. I don't know what the heck he was doing. He's just running out there. So if I'm being honest, he is falling a little bit to me just because I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like the what I thought was gonna be the number one guy, not showing like he is the number one guy. You know what I mean? So I'm actually moving up Wando Robinson a little bit. I'm bringing Carnell Tate a little down. So before I would take Carnell Tate before Roma Dunze, now I'm taking Roma Dunze before Carnell Tate. So I was taking Carnell Tate a lot actually, and so kind of shame on me. So I hope Carnell Tate, maybe it's just one game, he brushes it off. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. Obviously, he was a great prospect. So I think he's going to be okay, right? So um, Fernando Mendoza, like, not that crazy. What was pretty crazy to me was the Pittsburgh players. I know there was like 3 rookies, two Jeremy Bernard, and I forget the other rookie, and the QB all looked pretty decent. So that was actually pretty interesting to me. Um, so let's queue up some guys that I do like here. Like I said, Roma Dunze is actually going up ADP. I am okay. I'm possibly going to take one of these two guys. Hopefully they make it to me. Lamar Jackson goes at pick 53. I was considering taking Lamar Jackson, and none of the other guys would have made it to me. But let's see who's available at pick 57. Javante or Jameson Williams goes at pick 54. That's okay. I'm not big on Jameson Williams. So the thing is, like, I kind of want to draft Roma Dunze over Bucky Irving, right? If Bucky makes it to me. Oh man, the thing is, if Bucky is healthy, we are in a good. Bucky Irving actually goes, so it makes our pick a little easier. So we are taking Roma Dunze here. And my three wide receivers are all. You know what? I am still possibly going to take Carnell Tate even after that atrocious game of zero catches. Actually, put in a freaking underdog pickums four man parlay, and he's the one that cost me the win. So literally zero catches. Carnell Tate goes at pick 60. It's fine. Again, he did fall a little in my rankings. I would definitely rather take Roma Dunze over Carnell Tate right now. Um, so yeah, I'm just queuing up some guys I like. I'm not gonna take these. Oh, when Jordan Tyson goes, Jordan Tyson would have been nice. I would have considered taking Jordan Tyson. Um, Jadarian Price go. Trevion is available, but I'm thinking I could possibly take Tyler Warren here. Trevion is a faller, so I'm going with some value here. He does have a different buy than Jonathan Taylor and Amarian Hampton. So I'm assuming maybe, just maybe by week 4, he could be the starter. By week 5, he could be the starter. Or they trust him more, right? By the first few weeks. I am going to have Taylor and Hampton to hopefully carry my team. With Trevion, he was a faller, so we're just going to take the value here. Um, his ADP is 56, so we got him at pick 64, right? So hopefully Tucker Craft makes it to us. Um, I know he's kind of been going pretty high now. He used to go in possibly in round 8. Now he's going in round 7. I've seen him go in round 6 at the end of round 6. So again, I do like Tyler Warren. I do like Tucker Craft. So if I could get one of those two guys, I am happy. Especially if I'm not taking an elite quarterback here, right? Like I don't normally do that unless I have someone like Chase. If I could get Joe Burrow, or if I have AJ Brown, I'll take Drake May. Just to go with the stack. But Reed goes pretty early, man. I feel like, don't know if that was a reach. I feel like he could have possibly gotten Reed on the way back at pick 74 here. Um, Especially if you have Devontae, you could have taken Jalen Hurts and then taken Reed here. You know, but maybe he thought that because this guy took Christian Watson, he could have possibly taken another Green Bay player. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what they could have thought, right? So Jaden Daniels goes. So I'm assuming this guy could take Jalen Hurts now, or he could possibly take Caleb Williams. I hope Caleb Williams falls. So he takes Quentin Johnston. Now I'm really hope Justin Herbert goes, which I think he goes early too. He doesn't go with a stacking option here, so that's kind of weird. But Caleb Williams, if he falls to us, that'd be great. We do have Roma Dunze. Um, this guy has a QB already with Drake May. This guy has a QB with Lamar Jackson. No QB here, no QB here. So Tony Pollard goes, which figures, right? I figured this guy wasn't going to take another QB. But I mean, we could possibly get Tucker Craft here. That'd be great. This guy has Warren. This guy has Loveland. This guy has Bowers. Why, dude? Why? If you have Brock Bowers, why are you going to take Tucker Craft at 77? I do not get it. I don't get it, man. Now, this guy may take Caleb just because he has Loveland. I don't see why not. I figured. There you go. So there goes my chance of taking Caleb Williams or Tucker Craft. Now, let's see who we're able to get here. I know Makai Lemon is coming off an injury here. I don't want to bring up one of these RBs, but I just might have to. This guy takes Makai Lemon. I'm assuming he may take Hurts. He doesn't have a QB. and Hertz is a faller. If he doesn't, we're just gonna take Hertz and take the faller here, take the value. He does take Jalen Hurts here, so I'm not gonna take DK. I'm not a big Portland Southern fan. We're just gonna take Rico Dotto. I mean, we could take Trevor Lawrence, but I don't have a stack here. Let's just take Rico. Just with the Jacksonville Jaguars, they are projected to not score as much as last year. So we're just gonna, for now, we are somewhat done at running back, right? All of these guys share a different buy. So I might actually just be done at four running backs, or just might take someone like Mike Washington in like round 16 or 17, right? So we are done at RB. We are not looking at RB anymore. And so I'm just gonna Sam Laporta goes. Sam Laporta would have been nice. Someone else that I do like, but let's see here. Do we like Alec Pierce over Jordan Addison? We are going to take another wide receiver here for sure. So let's see who makes it to us. I do like Addison more than I do like him over Chris Godwin. So here's the thing. We may just take Alec Pierce, and that opens up Jackson Dart went pretty early here. Jordan Addison goes. So we're just gonna take Alec Pierce. I know Cortland Sutton it has a higher ADP. I just think Waddell, Jalen Waddle may get more points. Cortland Sutton could be like a boom or bust sometimes, if I'm being honest. I had him in my home league last year and he was frustrating me. So this guy that took Jalen Hurts, like it pisses me off, right? Like you took that to stack with CeeDee Lamb, but you could just let me have Hurts, man. You could just let me have Hurts. Um, so let me just queue up some guys that I do like here. Michael Pittman, I think maybe do well. Brock Purdy, obviously, dude was a killer last. Um, the more that I'm thinking about Harold Fannin, the more I'm debating if I should bring up Kyle Pitts or Harold Fannin. Just because now I'm thinking maybe I heard it somewhere or read it somewhere, but Harold Fannin didn't really have competition last year, right? I know Jerry Judy was there. I know there wasn't very great, but I mean he is also a great tight end. But now that Casey Concepcion's there, now that there's like more rookies, more obviously better players there. Casey Concepcion is there. Who is the dude? Denzel Boston, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know if he could produce as much as he did last year, or come up on top as we think, or do as well as everyone thinks, right? So Trevor Lawrence goes. Trevor Lawrence was a faller, so I get why this guy took him. Um, Jordan Mason goes. So I'm thinking, I just may take a tight end here. I think these tight ends could possibly give me around the same points as like these RBs. I'm not gonna take RJ Harvey, obviously. I have too many RBs. Either need to catch up on more wide receivers or take my QB, take a tight end here. So Chuba goes at pick 100. Come on, guy. I'm surprised Jonathan Brooks didn't go before Hubbard. I've been seeing Jonathan Brooks go before Chuba lately. So RJ Harvey goes. This guy, I get why he did it. He goes with the two. And I'm surprised J.K. Dobbins went before RJ Harvey here. So um, it looks like we may be able to get our QB here with Brock Purdy. This guy has two QBs already. So um, I'm fine taking Brock Purdy. Maybe we could stop with Stribling later. Um, just because I don't know about these two guys. Again, I think Brock Purdy is the thing with Brock Purdy is he shares the same bias Tyler Shug. I feel like I could get Tyler Shug later. Oh man, that was tough. That was a tough pick there. The only thing is like if I'm not able to get Tyler Shug, obviously do stack with Olave, you know. But maybe we can. Maybe we will. I don't know. I've taken a QB with the same buy, although Wando Robinson goes. I was eyeing Wando Robinson. He goes at pick 107. Um, you know, maybe I should have taken Fannin here. The thing with Fannin, maybe I'm starting to overthink the Fannin pick, right? Maybe I should just take him. I don't know. Maybe we are able to get Kyle Pitts at pick 112, but I don't want to open my mouth because it always happens where someone takes our guy, right? So Dalton Kincaid goes, but I get it. He has Josh Allen. Where's the Stribling here? Pick 129. Are we able to get Stribling at 129? Yeah, see, Shug is at 124, so I'm on the clock. We are able to take Kyle Pitts here. He is somewhat of a faller. His ADP is 104, and we are able to take him at pick 112. So I'm fine with it. Team is starting to look pretty good. It's starting to look balanced. So I'm liking it. Not too bad. I was even considered taking Kyle Pitts here, but the fact that we're able to take Brock Purdy and Kyle Pitts here, I'm okay with it. Again, I was thinking maybe I shouldn't take Purdy because I could get Tyler Shug. Maybe I pick 129, but again, maybe I don't really need to go with the stacking option with Olave, you know, just because like I'm not gonna try to get Bryce Young to stack with that, right? I can't get Caleb Williams to stack with Roma Dunde anymore. I could possibly get Daniel Jones. So we're not in a bad spot. Obviously, with Brock Purdy, I think he is a better QB than Tyler Shug, especially right now in their careers. Um, Tyler Shug is just entering his second year, and with Brock Purdy, he is an established and is in a projected better offense. So we are okay with that situation here. Plus, we're not possibly going to be able to get Tyler Shug here. So let's queue up some guys I do like here. I am going to try to take another wide receiver. I know Debo is here. Um, Deshaun Stribling is here. I am really liking Deshaun Stribling after what I saw from the preseason game today. So I don't know if I should take him before I take Debo. I think Debo could be Boom Boyle's type of guy where he may not. But I could possibly just roll the dice and take Debo here at pick 129 if he falls to me. And then hopefully I'm able to get Stribling here at pick 136. Right. So we can roll the dice here and then kind of hope for the better, or just go with my gut and go with Deshaun Stribling before I take Debo Samuel. So obviously we're going to try to get one of those guys to stack with Brock Purdy, but let's see who's available and let's see how many wide receivers. I mean, all these guys at the end all have 4 wide receivers already. The thing is, do I just go get my guy or do I just freaking roll the dice, right? But Deshaun Stribling looked great today. Jacoby Myers goes at pick 127. I know Casey Concepcion is there. I know Tyler Shug is there. I know we're thinking about it. He could have possibly made it to us. So Stribling actually goes. So what a bummer. That is frustrating. He goes at pick 128. We are going to take, I think we could possibly take Debo here just to go with the Brock Purdy stack. Let's just go with I think who is going to be the better player, right? maybe we didn't have to go with the stack. I think Debo's gonna go, but let's cross our fingers. Hopefully, it makes it to us. I'm not. I am okay taking Tyler Shug. If Debo doesn't make it to us, Jordan Love goes. This guy does not have any. He does not. So sucks that Stribling goes. Again, this guy probably was watching some preseason games and he figured he probably wasn't going to be able to get Stribling on the back just because I got Brock Purdy, right? So Debo Samuel goes at pick 132. So sucks that we weren't able to get a stack with Brock Purdy. I was thinking of taking Stribling here. It's just frustrating when we're not able to get our guy, right? And I would assume this guy had Casey Concepcion available. He had Debo Samuel available, but he goes and just snipes us. What a guy, right? What a guy. So Shug is still available here. Do we just go with the stack with Chris Olave? We might just actually do that. I don't love it, but I mean, they do share the same buy. I don't like that at all. He is a faller here. I mean, let's just roll the dice and just hope they either between the them between Shug and Brock Purdy. Oh man, I'm just beating myself up. I'm trying to think who could have I could have possibly taken Bo Nix here instead of Brock Purdy. Instead of Alec Pierce, I could have probably taken Sutton for the stack, to stack with Bo Nix, and then been okay taking Kyle Pitts here. And instead of Casey Concepcion, I would have possibly just taken Tyler Shug here and taking one of these other wide receivers here. So don't love that Purdy and Shug share the same buy. Obviously, not something I was trying to do. Again, like I mentioned when I took the Brock Purdy pick, I did have Chris Olave, so obviously did not want to do that. But I guess we don't have much option. Daniel Jones actually goes at pick 142, so there goes our possibility stack with Alec Pierce and pair up with Jonathan Taylor. But Daniel Jones is injured, right? So let's see who we're able to get. If Sam Darnold makes it to us, we may just take Sam Darnold. The other thing is we also have Bryce Young that may be available. Trey Tucker also looked great today, and in the preseason game, right? So Bryce Young is available. So let's see who's Panthers week 8 matchup. Ugh, not great. Oh wait, for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They play the Broncos. Not a great matchup, right? So we're not thinking of taking Bryce Young to start with Tat just because they play the Broad. Trey Tucker goes at pick 147. So some of these guys that had a great preseason game, like Stribling, like Tucker, you're obviously starting to see them move up, right? So Sam Darnold goes at pick 146. So I'm really not liking this Brock Purdy Shug picks. Because I was even considering taking Malik Willis here at pick 136. Denzel Boston goes. Jonah Coleman goes. So we're gonna take Juwan Johnson to stack with Tyler Shug. We obviously have Chris Olave, so we're going with that New Orleans offense. Let's just hope we're able to get a starting QB. Do we take Bryce Young? Like who else is available? Aaron Rodgers. Here's the thing. Let's take Cam Ward if he falls. Did Bryce Young go? Bryce Young went at pick 154. So what a guy, huh? These guys are just taking the guys we're considering going taking. So it would have been great to be able to stack get Bryce Young to stack with so let's check out the tight end schedule. Cam Ward's still available. Let's just queue up some guys because obviously we don't want to get sniped here. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tight ends do play the Bengals, so I think that's a great matchup, especially for a guy that we're hoping to cover us when Shug and Purdy are on a bye, right? So again, with the Bengals, it's always a shootout. It's always a freaking um, it's always a high scoring game, right? Especially if you play pretty decent. They have horrible defense. I know they've actually worked up the defense, but from what I saw today, on Joe Burrow's first drive, he just got sacked. So um, we are okay taking Cam Ward. Again, Cam Ward was a faller here. I'm gonna assume he's gonna remain the starter for the Tennessee Titans. So we are in a pretty good spot. Obviously, not great that Brock Purdy and Tyler Shough share the bye, but I do like Tennessee's week 9. Uh, I'm sorry, week 8 schedule, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So yeah. So Titans Bengals week 8. Beautiful, beautiful matchup, right? So great for that to kind of happen to us, and then that kind of opens up to for us to be able to get Gunnar Helm later, right? So that is our plan. But let's see what happens. Obviously, between Purdy and Shug, I'm assuming they're just gonna battle it out for the starting role in the QB role. So obviously, Brock Purdy's in a better role. But with Tyler Shug, I'm sorry. Obviously, Brock Purdy is in a better offense. But with Tyler Shug, we do have the stack with Chris Olave and Juwan Johnson. So not in a bad spot. Cyrus Allen has been flying up the draft boards. And geez, I just realized the dryer's been on, so super sorry for that. I hope it didn't like mess up the audio, and I'm assuming it did. I am pissed now. I am upset. Mike Washington is flying up the draft boards as well. Mike Washington, you're able to get at round 17, round 18, round 16, right? So obviously, these guys that had a great preseason game today are just flying up the draft boards. Cyrus Allen didn't even play today, but he is just flying up the draft board. So let's see who we're able to get here. I'm not gonna get Sadiq because we're gonna be able to try to get Gunnar Helm on pick 184. Do we take Dylan Sampson here? We're not gonna take Dylan Sampson. Let's. Ugh, I don't want to get I-9 Metro. Man, this is brutal. Yeah, let's take Branch here. And let's hope we're able to get Gunnar Helm at pick 184 to stack with Cam Ward. So sorry, y'all. If you're watching this and you're just like, man, what is that background noise? Obviously, it was the dryer, and it's so upsetting now that I just realized that I told myself, turn off the dryer before you start. Turn off the dryer before you start. I never freaking turned off the dryer, so I'm gonna watch this and hopefully, I am crossing my finger. You can't hear it too much, but I'm pretty sure you're able to hear it. So I'm sorry, y'all. You guys made it to the end of the draft with the freaking dryer on the whole time. So that is upsetting, y'all. That is upsetting. So appreciate you guys if you guys watch this. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. Obviously, let me know what you want to hear. Obviously, you don't want to hear the dryer on in these videos. And so I'm very sorry for that. Um, let's hope the audio is not too messed up, or else we just took an L, right? So I know you guys can't see this after Sadiq, so I'll let you guys know. I'm still trying to figure out how to move my face or something. I'm, not very good at streaming, as you guys can see. But Dylan Sampson goes at pick 181. Then Tank Dell goes at pick 182. Pat pick goes at pick 183. We're gonna take our guy Gunnar Helm. Obviously, there's a different buyer with Kyle than compared to Kyle Pitts and Juwan Johnson. We do have Cam Ward here, so we are going with the stack here, right? To go with our guy, our third QB that we desperately needed because Shug I'm pretty sure about, right? So we're not in a bad spot. Again, I would have wished we were able to take Stribling for the Brock Purdy stack after the game today with Stribling. He looked amazing. He looked great. And he is flying off draft boards of what you can see. He's going around 11 now. You could, Stribling used to go around 14 and 15. So um, really interesting to see now, right? So my plan now is we have two more picks here at 201 and 208. We are going to take one more wide receiver here. We're going to try to take a guy that does not have a week 11 bye because we already have Casey Concepcion. Like obviously, we already have two of our rookies here with the week 11 bye, but I'm assuming by after week 8 or week 5 they're already established in their offense, so we're probably getting some value from them. Um, I was just gonna say Kayshawn Booty seems like a great pick if he falls to us, but he does have a week 11 bye, right? So Jeremy Bernard actually looked pretty great today. Um, so let's consider those two guys. Give me one second. Let me freaking turn off that dryer. Freaking bomb that was on, dude. I'm sorry. That's fucking upsetting. So again, Jeremy Bernard looked pretty great at today's preseason game, so we may consider him. I was thinking of taking Kayshawn Booty, but we already have two guys with a week 11 bye or two wide receivers with week 11 bye, and so we obviously don't want to stack too many guys with a different bye, right? So let's see who makes it to us. Covering really is available. We do have Cam Ward to take the stacking option, but you know he is a year older. He is another year in the league, and so I don't know if I would like to take him. I would rather take a rookie or not a rookie, but someone that could actually perform, right? So, Ted Hurst actually may be interesting here. We just took Jeremy Bernard. It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't fault you for taking any of these guys, but Jeremy Bernard actually looked pretty decent today. Um, let's see if we're able to get some Jeremy Bernard news here. Yes, dribbling looked great. Caught 7 out of 8 targets. That's freaking great, right? Yeah, this obviously is not great. Isaac Tesla caught 0 out of 3 targets. Like I am about to be on the clock here. I might just take another one of these wide receivers as they make it to us, just because I have 4 solid running backs. Yeah, I am possibly just taking one of these wide receivers here. I know Emma Johnson's available. Yeah, Emmett Johnson actually goes. We're not. Who do we take? Atron Allen. I just feel like we'll get more value out of one of those 2 wide receivers here. So, um, again, I know you guys can't see this, but after Bernard, Cooper Cup goes at pick 202. Vidal goes at pick 203. Michael Mayer goes at pick 204. Emmett Johnson 205. Geno Smith 206, and Jordan James goes at pick 207. So both of these guys are still available between Ted Hurst and Antonio Williams. So I think we're just going to go with Ted Hurst. Um, you know, with him being that true X wide receiver. Yeah, that's fine. Antonio Williams is also interesting, but he's been falling in the draft board. Some maybe something that I'm not too sure about. But the fact that we have 4 rookies here, I don't know if that's great, but I know we have 4 wide receivers that have already been established in the league. So we're in a pretty good spot, right? Obviously, hoping one of these wide receivers just shine and do it pretty. Obviously, we've been hearing great news about Branch. Casey Concepcion has obviously been shining in in training camp, right? So we're pretty good. Jeremy Bernard looked pretty decent. So let's see if we're able to get some Bernard news here. Yeah, so no one actually took Antonio Williams. So obviously there's 2 more picks here. Okay, so Antonio Williams is finally at pick 216. So I think that's some pretty great value there. Um, and he actually goes to Jalen Daniels' team. So that is a very great pick, right? So again, I don't love this guy. I mean, he takes 7 RB, 7 wide receivers. I did that last draft. Don't love that I did that, but I get it, right? Because his RB2 was Ramondre Stevenson, and then he's trying to catch up on RB here. Um, so I mean, I'd prefer my team over the guy at 1, right? Although he has Gibbs and London and McBride. Actually, that's a pretty great freaking start to the first 5 rounds. Actually, through the first 7 rounds, I'm not even lying. Through the first 10 rounds, dude has a actually pretty decent team. I just don't like the Tyler Algier pick or the Bateman pick. I mean, I feel like he went with some Baltimore players, although he doesn't have Lamar Jackson. They are in a great offense, so he's assuming that they're gonna show some value, right? So, um, again, let's see here. Oh man, I am. It sucks that we took 2 QBs with the same buy, but I am so bummed that we weren't able to get Stribling. Like, I think I would have been okay not having to take Ryder Shug. I probably would have reached on Daniel Jones, and that could have probably shifted my draft. But the fact that I wasn't able to get anyone that stack with Brock Purdy kind of bums me. That's all right, right? Like you obviously don't have to go with the stack every single, but it is what it is, right? So let's see here. I know it's something that you doesn't really matter, but I do like to look at the projections to see where we compare against other guys. And so this guy also has a high scoring. So let's look at his team here. I mean, does have a pretty decent team. Wide receivers are pretty decent. Um, he does have Bijan. He does have Jeremiah Love, Baishal Tuden. So this team actually looks pretty freaking great. Um, Obviously, yes, Trevor Lawrence, Bijan, Jeremiah Love, Baishal Tuden, Rashad White. Um, I mean, not a big black fan, but I get it. We obviously assume that CMC may get hurt, so we'll see how that goes. His wide receivers are, I mean, besides Devontae Smith, I mean, you could argue that Burden's going to be great this year. I just don't see it, but I get it. Same with Jaden Reed. I see that more of a possibility than, um, based off his ADP, right? I mean, you know what I mean? So, team looks pretty good. Guy at two. So, we are projected to score the highest, but doesn't necessarily mean that we have the best team. I mean, the team looks okay. It's just the fact that we took some value picks, with like Brock Purdy, ADP was 102. We got him at pick 105. Tyler Shough, ADP was 24. We got him at 12 picks later at pick 136. Cam Ward, ADP is 145. We got him at pick 160, right? So obviously we got value across everywhere. Even with Jonathan Taylor, right? We're able to get him two picks after his ADP's at 7. We got him at pick 9. Um, so maybe that's why. Trevion, right? ADP's pick 56. We got him at 8 picks later at pick 64. Um, we did reach a little bit on Rico, but I do think Rico may be the RB1 sometime in the year. Um, right? So even with some of these wide receivers, right, we're able to get them picks later, like Casey Concepcion, ADP's 119. We're able to get him at pick 129. 10 picks after his ADP, right? So even with Ted Hurst, ADP's 201, we got him at pick 208. Kyle Pitts, ADP's 104, we got him at pick 112. So we got value all across the draft. So not bad. Obviously, that's why I think we're projected to have so many points, but doesn't necessarily mean we have the best team, right? Or it's gonna that's the outcome, right? Because we could obviously go with the projections and go with the highest projections, but it doesn't always mean we're gonna get that. So again, thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys watch this, feel free to leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see or hear. Again, I am sorry about the freaking dryer. It is pissing me off. Still, that's pissing me off. I'm hoping that the freaking audio wasn't too bad. So let me know how that goes. I'm gonna again try to stream tomorrow because I'm pretty upset about that. And hopefully we do draft some QBs with a different buy. But again, don't hate my team. Again, obviously we have great starting wide receivers here with Olave, McMillan, and Odunze. Obviously, we have the two anchor running backs with Jonathan Taylor and Omari and Hampton. Great bench RBs with Trevion and Rico Dotto. Great bench wide receiver with Alec Pierce. He may actually be our flex between one of these guys, either Trevion Dotto or Alec Pierce will be in our flex. We have Kyle Pitts as tight end one. We have some rookies that could possibly start in the later rounds when these guys are on the bye, like Olave or Adunze are on a bye if they stay healthy. So we are hoping these rookies start performing well after week 6, right, or week 5, hopefully. Week 5 because that's when Ted goes on a bye. So again, obviously have a great tight end backups. Might actually one of these tight ends might actually go into the flex if they have an amazing week. Juwan Johnson, I think, gives you the safe floor, especially with the Tyler Shug stack. We are a-okay with right there in case anything would happen to Brock Purdy. And then with Gunnar Helm, obviously we have the stack with Cam Ward, and I think, and we hope that week 8 they're gonna go off. It's gonna be a high scoring game with the Bengals because it usually always is, right? So let's hope we do. We advance and hopefully make it to the finals. Um, I don't know, right? We just gotta get past week 8 when they I have two QBs on by, and I think we'll be okay, and hopefully everyone stays healthy, right? So again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you want to hear. If you have any questions, uh, feel free to leave them. But, man, everybody, see y'all tomorrow. Peace.